take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. Now it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
26-yard line.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got one. Check. Check 4.
Martin. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 38, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10. At their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down now. It's Gibson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That'll be complete to Cook.
Winston's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Third down, Gibson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give them a couple on the carry there, second and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a third and 10.
And it's third down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass. Alert! 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. He can't hang. 52.
From the gun, a give to Martin. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
38.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Check it. 47 the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Buccaneers 0.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
29 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down by
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Levante David. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. Gibson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
The tackle.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They go play action. Winston letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 24, Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
On second down, it's Gibson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Washington on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Let's go. 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's a baby shot. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Following the penalty, Martin. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Push him back. Mike, 53. 53. Mike, rip.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, 29. Alpha. We go. 47 is the mic.
They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Winston now from the 50.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Brought in by the tight end Cook.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll try the left side. Gibson. And they'll bring him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down at 4. Winston eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
On the throwaway. It's 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
45 yards.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 45 yards.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 16-yard line.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Let's take it inside his own 40. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
27-yard line.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Operating from the gun. Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
1st and 10 at the 16-yard
So the
line.
ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Martin. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
For the running back.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No, no, no. Off.
They run it again with Martin. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down and 8.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
Hey. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Brady. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Good. Makes this Washington 27. Buccaneers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jameis now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
1st and 10.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brady now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film set. Grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That throw by Brady, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, Martin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Brady's throw there complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive. as we're back to a two-score game.
Buccaneers 15.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Schobert, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 66. 53 check. 53 I got you.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53, bend
To throw again. Brady, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security and some form or...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score.
Washington 30, Buccaneers 22.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Over the middle, it's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It's just 2nd and 10.
Here's Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Hall.
Winston's pass.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive